Good morning, and it is still in St Lucia. I'd like to say sunny St Lucia, but it's not really, although the sun is about to come out, which is nice. I'm looking at a piece of land here, 2.4 acres. We sold the land to the current owners. It's a 6-bedroom house set up in a modular fashion. So what I'm going to show you today is I'm going to show you a home that could be refurbished. I'm going to use that word, refurbished, possibly remodeled into a really lovely family home. Really special. And loads of room for expansion. Alternatively, a developer could come in here and do something exceptional. And at the moment, I think the density regulations are in excess of 110 beds per acre. So you could get around 200 beds on here, which should mean about 80 condos, if that's the direction you went in. If not, a couple of lovely homes, even 3 or 4 lovely homes. Development opportunity, I can talk to anyone who wishes to speak about that. I can talk at length at that. But for the purpose of the video, I think I better show you what is here. So we've got 2.4 acres. It goes... You can see the water tank, which used to be on the fence line. It now goes beyond that to what is, if you like, the obvious next location. On the left is almost like a modular section there. It's Balinese style almost in the way the modular is set out. That was terrible English. That was really bad English. You see Pigeon Island. Oh, I've done it again. It's Pigeon Point nowadays. You see Pigeon Point in the distance? That's your vista. Couldn't be much better. Couldn't be much better. Very, very pretty. And of course, being national heritage, it's never going to change. So I am going to show you this piece by piece because I have no option. So looking at this section here first, which is effectively a 3-bedroom section. Just to swing round to show you the rest, there's a 1-bedroom here and a 1-bedroom behind. Very, very pretty home. This could be an exceptional home. The owner's only moving on because he's found something else that has caught his attention. So the plans that he was going to do here can now benefit someone else to do it themselves. Sorry, I know we have doors open. Now, the house has just been dealt with in terms of boxing and unboxing. I'm stating the obvious, but let's see past this. This could easily be 1-bedroom here, or a little dining area. This whole area could be 2 bedrooms with a dining area, like a completely separate cottage, or it could be a series of bedrooms where you use the kitchen and the main house. And you'll see why that is in a moment. So from this door, you could go out to the next, what could be a living room, I guess. Right. So for me, that is a bedroom. For me also, there's a bedroom at the top there. I'll go up these steps. I normally don't. Well, I do. Of course I do. But yesterday I went had to go up like 200 steps. So I did turn the video off. So you've got a bedroom up here. Very cute. And very stylish as well, actually. The bones of this house are superb. Really, I could have a field day with this house. A checkbook and a bit of imagination, you're onto a wonderful, wonderful home here. Jack and Jill bathroom, obviously, because I'm walking straight through. Another bedroom section up here. Nothing in that one, so I'm just going round it quickly. I think this was an art studio when we first got here. Again, incredibly high ceilings. There's no fan or air conditioning in here. It's not hot at all. Not at all. I mean, it's actually cold. Although I've been here 20 years, so warm, should we say? What a lovely bedroom this could make. And you'll see why I say that, because you'll see the master bedroom later on really does take some beating. In fact, you can see it through the glass on the other side there, right on the water's edge. But this is remarkable. So this either could be a bedroom and living area, it could be whatever you want. And that, of course, is the door that I was just referencing a short time ago. Now that door I know is locked. I think I can go out the front, but I wanted to show you this anyway. So this little cottage actually has its own sort of patio area, which adds more to the fact that you could have 2 bedrooms on one side and a living room and an office, if you like, upstairs. So, and of course you've got a covered terrace, and where I'm standing here could be your outdoor terrace, or your uncovered outdoor terrace. Oh, and of course, the one thing I nearly forgot is, again, right on the water's edge. I'll shut up a moment, let you listen to the waves. Lovely. I'm having trouble shutting up this morning because I went to do 3 videos this morning and the sargassum seaweed had blown in, which it hadn't done for months, and it's going to go away. Sorry, little kitchenette here as well. Less of my problems, more of the action. There we go. Right, coming back out of that cottage there and over to another cottage bedroom. Then I'll look at the land and the pool. This room is locked up, full of stuff, apparently. Stuff, and more stuff. So I've been asked, just there's no point, which is fair, very fair. So coming around here, you see how there's this wonderful wraparound deck to the main house. With all the doors open, this place just feels, well, I'm going to go into one again, aren't I, about the living under a covered terrace vibe. I find that the older homes nearly all embrace that vibe, and the modern homes generally don't, or fight to try and achieve it. And it really shouldn't be a hard thing to achieve if you can get your head away from huge amounts of concrete and the need for air conditioning. That's nice. Jet skis passing just as we're chatting. Stunning mahogany trees on the front there. I know you're not buying a mahogany tree, but if you're in the Caribbean, you've got to take it all in. That's the whole point. Just to stop and take a breath. That's why many of us who live here do live here. One of the major reasons. Right, large 1 bedroom here with a kitchen to my left. It's all very white, so in photographs it's a nightmare to take. Little kitchenette there. The electric's not on this side at the moment. I mean, it's on, but it's, you know, they haven't turned it on because they're not over here. And your bathroom, of course. So I'm showing you this to give you an idea of the areas that if you were coming here to revamp, you could revamp. That was the word I was looking for earlier, and it would work very well. Alternatively, as I said before, a developer could come in and change everything. But this room, for instance, yeah, you know, you need to change the fascias of the cupboards. It's got air conditioning in here. I didn't notice that earlier. And a fan, I might add. Dear, oh dear. What am I missing today? The bed's obviously moved slightly to the side because the bed head is where the bed should be. And yeah, tiling, you know, even the floor tiling here is okay. Let me give you a glimpse of it. It wouldn't be everyone's 2020. It wouldn't be the choice of 2025, if you like. But it is lovely. And outside, you've got the natural stone, which is just great. But you've got natural stone everywhere, which gives it a wonderful organic feel. So again, the land gives the bones of a great development. The size of the house and the size of the land together give the land a great, give the opportunity to revamp or to increase the size of the home. I think if it was me, I would probably revamp what is here as a family home and do more modular buildings to the garden. Because the garden goes all the way up to the peak up there. I would start with one up there, a couple more coming down. I guess it all depends how big your family is and if you want to do an Airbnb or anything like that. And a full sweep circle. Again, you guys can probably hear the ocean. Actually, I've got the windbreaker on, so maybe not. Right, let us go in. Just had to stop. It just caught my eye again. That. Lovely. Walloper shingle, most of the roof, or all the roofs are Walloper shingle. I can't see one of them, so I can't comment, but I believe they are. And they're all in pretty good nick. Some of the outdoor areas, again, need revamping. But again, areas that someone buying a house would be nervous about. Ceilings, I'm not seeing any issues there. You know, this wooden area here was an office and library. That could be taken out, giving you this huge space in here. Absolutely vast space. Wonderful. Living room, kitchen. Again, the kitchen could definitely do with modernizing by today's standards, certainly by today's standards. And there's a pantry just to the side of it. So again, scope for, and laundry, and scope for increasing the size if you're in love with the property. Personally, I love this property. Absolutely love this property. I mean, in today's world, the video's gone very dark. I'm sorry about that. In today's world, that would all be bifold doors or sliding doors going into pockets and such like. And that would work superbly well. Those all open up, French doors. Again, the video's gone very dark. It's not surprising because of the way I'm walking through it. And weirdly, when I look in this dark room, it'll lighten everything up for me. Ironic. So that was the office previously. Could be a storeroom. Now this is the master bedroom. Look at this for space. Absolutely delicious. All the doors are open. Push back on each other. Obviously, you could see through the window on this side, the cottage on the other side that I'd shown you previously. And just to give you an idea of how close you are to the water's edge. Look, there's one point, and I believe this corner actually sticks over it, which is really very dramatic. Well, considering you're in a master bedroom in a private house, it is. That's how close you are to the water here. Divine. King-size bed, and then because it's such a big room, they put the divider in with dressing room behind and bathroom behind that. We'll have a quick glimpse. I don't like to show people's clothes particularly. I'm sure they don't really want it shown, but you can see room for storage above, storage below, clothes below, whatever you desire. Trying to avoid the mirror. I think I've won today. I wonder if I'm about the stone in here, the tiling in here is absolutely lovely. Again, most people when they buy a house change a lot. And you could do the same in here, as I keep mentioning. Sounds like I've run out of ideas. I haven't. I've actually got too many ideas to impart on you, and it would just become annoying, if I'm brutally honest. But like I say, 6 bedrooms, a 6-bedroom at the moment, that could easily be more. It could be perfect for an Airbnb or someone with a large family. Would I improve the pool? Yeah. Would I enlarge the pool? Yes, I would. Would I add more to the property, change some of the tiling? Yes. The kitchens, bathrooms? Yes. But the bones are brilliant. But I'm just going to walk on the land to give you an idea of the scope and the size. I mean, 2 acres are 2 acres. Well, 2.4. Sorry, 2.4. So the best part of 2.5 acres, absolutely fantastic property for development, for enlargement. Quite honestly, you could buy it as it is and move in as it is now. It's a nice bay to overlook. It's not beach as such, but I hope you can hear that. The water, as it leaves the bay, makes all the stones bristle up on each other. Fantastic. So you'll see this online. The price will be online. You guys know I don't mention price. And of course, now that I've just finished the video, beautiful blue sky.